Shalom, Most High Christ bless. Welcome to Enjoy Life. It's delicious cooking session. My name is Shavana from the House of Daniel here in Jacksonville, Florida. And we are going to be doing a quick tutorial on how to make veggie black bean burgers. This is my first time making this with some sweet potatoes. Actually, I've done them before, and now I'm going to put a new twist to what I call black bean burgers. And you are going to need the following ingredients. You're going to need a half of a red onion, 2 cloves garlic minced, a 1/4 cup of green, red, and yellow bell peppers combined, not a 1/4 cup of each, just all of it combined, and 1 seasoned pepper, a 1/4 cup of grind up oatmeal, a half of a sweet potato, teaspoon of paprika, onion, garlic, salt, and cayenne powder. However you season your food, you can add to it or subtract. I love cayenne pepper, so you can add that as well. And liquid smoke, and 1 can of black beans. I am recording solo today, so let's see how I can maneuver the camera back and forth. So that's how we're gonna get started. I've already started sauteing the bell peppers and onions and garlic, so let's see how we can continue doing this without burning up everything. All right, so hold on a second, let me readjust the camera and I'll be right back. So I'm finished with sauteing the bell peppers and garlic and onions, and what I'm going to do is just set that aside for one moment. And I'm going to take the can of black beans that have already been drained and washed, and these are the ingredients that I'm going to use. These are just what I use. I try to go as organic as I can, and because I don't have Himalayan salt that I normally use, I'm going to be using this kind of salt, and it's called herbamere, and it has other herbs within the salt, so it helps and adds flavor. Because I'm almost 99.9% vegan or vegetarian, we have to flavor our foods so it can be delicious, right? So we don't want to go from eating spicy and delicious food to bland because we're now vegetarian. We just conform to whatever style of cooking that you have. You just have to implement that into your new veggie appetite, right? So okay, so let's take the black beans, and I'm going to go ahead and mash those up with a fork, and I'll finish doing that and I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. I've mashed up the not the sweet potato yet, but I've mashed up the beans and added the sauteed bell peppers and onions and everything. And what I'm going to do next is add the sweet potato in here and mash it up as well. So that's the half a sweet potato, and I'm gonna mash that up. I did take off the skin, so but when I boil it, I do boil it with the skin on. I'm going to blend that all into the other ingredients. I've added my seasonings, and I'm gonna add a little bit of this bouillon that I've melted or I dissolved in this warm water. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of that. It calls for 1 cube of the bouillon, vegetable bouillon. So I'm just gonna add a little bit, blend that together, and next I will be adding the grind up oatmeal. Okay, let me show you how I form the burgers. You want to make sure that the consistency is not too watery after you add, if you add any like liquid like I did with the bouillon to dissolve the bouillon. You want to make sure it's not too sticky, but somewhat this consistency right here. And you just form them like you would do any burger. And the great thing about this too is that once you put them in the pan to fry, that if it sticks, you know it's too watery. It will tell you right away, and you can add a little bit more of the oatmeal flour or the oatmeal, the grind up oatmeal that I did. So I've already made some additional ones right here. I made those, and I'm gonna turn on my pot with a little bit of oil. I've added some oil, and we can go ahead and put them in the pot. Taste the mixture and make sure it's seasoned to your liking. This one right here right now is a little bit sweet. It's a little bit sweet because of the sweet potatoes, but I think it's gonna be nice because I can taste the garlic and the onion powder and everything else in there. Let's see, one of the great things that I've inserted into this recipe, I inserted one of these, and this is called seasoning peppers. I call it Spanish peppers because that's what my father called it, the Spanish peppers, but on every island they call them a different name, and here in the islands in the United States they also call it a different name. But I grew these in my garden, and they come in different shapes. They're supposed to be, I don't know what they're supposed to look like really, because I've seen them all in all different shapes. So these are called seasoning peppers, and they make your dish smell wonderful, delicious. You hear? So that is just one of the benefits of adding different things, different twists to your dish. So let's see if the oil is ready, and it should be. All right. And if you can't see me, I'm sorry. I am off camera because I don't have my help, but I'm going to insert these into the pot show you how it's frying up. I gotta change these gloves, they're kind of messy. Okay, this is what they're looking like now. Just a little tip, do not add any liquid. Even though I dissolved the bouillon into the water, you don't want to do that because it's gonna make them sloppy. So you don't want sloppy burgers falling apart. So do not add water. Just, if you can break down the bouillon without adding any water, that would be great. So that's what they look like. And I think this is it, because they turned out pretty good. So let's see in about a few minutes. Just keep turning and making sure they're not burning. Right now I think I have the heat up too high, so I'll be turning that down and show you the finished product. Okay, this is what the finished product looks like. We are gonna have some black bean burgers tonight, so enjoy. Hope yours turn out just as well. I'm sure even better, because you're not going to add that water. So until next time, shalom everyone, and enjoy life because it's delicious.